Have you ever wondered how one tiny cell can hold the potential to transform the future of medicine? Well, the answer lies in the fascinating world of stem cells. Stem cells are like the unsung heroes of our bodies. They are undifferentiated, meaning they haven't yet decided what they want to be when they grow up. This might sound a bit funny, but in the cellular world, it's an extraordinary trait. This undecided status allows them to develop into many different cell types in the body during early life and growth. Imagine if you had the ability to become whatever you wanted at any point in time. One day, you could be a skin cell, and the next day, you might decide to become a muscle cell. That's what stem cells can do. Stem cells are also our body's repair system. They have the power to divide essentially without limit to replenish other cells. So when cells in your body wear out or are damaged, stem cells come to the rescue. They divide and either remain a stem cell or become another type of cell with a more specialized function. Let's consider a wound healing scenario. When you cut your finger, your body needs to repair that damage. It's stem cells that jump into action, dividing and differentiating to replace the injured cells and heal the wound. Now imagine harnessing this power not just for small cuts and bruises, but for more serious conditions like heart disease, spinal cord injuries, or neurological disorders. That's the potential that stem cells hold. Stem cells are like the chameleons of the cellular world, constantly adapting and changing to meet the body's needs. Their versatility and regenerative abilities make them an invaluable resource in the field of medicine. The potential of a single stem cell is truly remarkable, isn't it? But this is just the beginning of our journey into the world of stem cells. Up next, we'll delve into the two main types of stem cells and how they differ from each other. Stay tuned. Stem cells are not all the same. In fact, they come in two main types. You see, each type of stem cell has its own unique characteristics and functions. Let's delve into them, starting with embryonic stem cells. Embryonic stem cells, as the name suggests, are derived from embryos, specifically at a very early stage of development. This is typically around 5 days after fertilization, when the embryo is just a tiny ball of cells known as a blastocyst. What sets these cells apart is their pluripotency. This means they can morph into almost any type of cell in the body. Picture a blank canvas that can be painted into any scene imaginable. That's what these cells are, a blank slate, ready to become whatever cell type they're directed to be in the body. On the other hand, we have adult stem cells. These are not derived from embryos, but instead can be found in various tissues throughout the body, such as the bone marrow, blood, and brain, to name a few. Unlike their embryonic counterparts, adult stem cells are multipotent. This means they're a bit more specialized and can only differentiate into a limited range of cell types related to their tissue of origin. Think of them as specialized workers, each with their own set of skills, ready to repair and regenerate their specific tissue when called upon. These differences in origin and capabilities between embryonic and adult stem cells also translate into different roles in the body. Embryonic stem cells are like the body's blueprint, providing the raw material to create every cell type in the body. Adult stem cells, on the other hand, act as a repair system, continuously replenishing cells and tissues throughout a person's life. Whether embryonic or adult, each type of stem cell carries unique potential and challenges. They both hold the key to understanding and potentially curing many diseases, but also raise distinct ethical and practical considerations. But that's a topic for another time. For now, let's marvel at the incredible diversity and potential that these two main types of stem cells bring to the table. Imagine a world where diseases like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, heart disease, and diabetes are things of the past. This is not a mere flight of fancy, but a future that could be shaped by the promise of stem cell research. The potential applications of stem cells in treating a broad spectrum of diseases and conditions are vast. Stem cells, with their ability to differentiate into a myriad of cell types, hold the key to understanding and treating diseases that have long baffled the medical community. Take Parkinson's disease, for instance. This degenerative disorder wreaks havoc on the nervous system, causing tremors, rigid muscles, and impaired balance. But what if we could replace the damaged nerve cells with healthy ones derived from stem cells? Research is underway to explore this very possibility, and early results are promising. Alzheimer's, a disease that robs people of their memories and cognitive abilities, might also be combated with stem cells. The thought of replacing brain cells lost to Alzheimer's was once unthinkable, but stem cell research is turning this dream into a tangible possibility. Heart disease, too, could be tackled with stem cells. Imagine replacing scarred heart tissue with healthy, functioning cells. This could dramatically improve the quality of life for millions suffering from heart disease. And let's not forget about diabetes, a condition that affects 1 in 10 people worldwide. Stem cells could potentially be used to create insulin-producing cells, offering a permanent solution to this chronic condition. These potential applications are just the tip of the iceberg. Ongoing research is uncovering new possibilities every day, from treating spinal cord injuries to reversing the effects of aging. The promise of stem cell research is not confined to the realm of medicine either. It extends to fields like bioengineering and drug development, where stem cells could be used to test the safety and efficacy of new drugs. The possibilities of stem cell research are vast, holding the potential to revolutionize medicine. As we continue to unlock the secrets of these remarkable cells, we edge closer to a future where disease is not an inevitable part of life, but a challenge that can be overcome. Yet, with great potential comes great responsibility. The breakthroughs and possibilities that stem cell research presents are not without their ethical considerations, particularly when it comes to embryonic stem cells. The crux of the debate centers around the extraction of these cells, which typically involves the destruction of the embryo. Embryonic stem cells are derived from embryos at a very early stage, around 5 days after fertilization. These cells are pluripotent, meaning they can develop into almost any cell type in the body, making them invaluable for research and potential treatments. However, this process raises fundamental questions about the beginnings of life and when an embryo should be accorded the same moral status as a fully formed human being. On one side of the argument are those who believe that the potential benefits of stem cell research far outweigh the ethical concerns. They argue that the embryos used in research are often left over from in vitro fertilization procedures and would otherwise be discarded. They contend that using these embryos to advance medical knowledge and potentially save lives is a better alternative. On the other side are those who argue that the destruction of an embryo, regardless of how it was created or how early in development, is morally wrong. They equate it to the taking of a human life and believe that other avenues of research should be pursued instead, such as the use of adult stem cells or induced pluripotent stem cells, which do not involve the destruction of embryos. The debate is complex and fraught with deeply held beliefs on both sides, making it a challenging ethical dilemma to navigate. Yet it's important to remember that the goal of stem cell research is to alleviate suffering and improve the quality of life for individuals living with debilitating diseases and conditions. The road to discovery is not always easy, but the pursuit of knowledge and the potential to save lives continues to drive stem cell research forward. Despite the ethical hurdles, the promise that stem cells hold for the future of medicine is undeniable and continues to inspire researchers worldwide. Today we've explored a tiny world with huge potential. Let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey we've been on, delving into the fascinating world of stem cells. We started with the basics, clarifying that stem cells are undifferentiated cells with an extraordinary capacity to develop into a variety of other cell types. From the earliest stages of life and growth, these cells serve as our own internal repair system, dividing almost endlessly to replenish other cells, making them a key player in our body's health and well-being. Then, we differentiated between the two main types of stem cells. First, we have embryonic stem cells, derived from embryos just 5 days after fertilization. These cells are pluripotent, meaning they can develop into nearly any cell type in the body. Then, we have adult stem cells, found in various tissues throughout our bodies. These cells are multipotent, capable of differentiating into a limited range of cell types, and play a crucial role in tissue repair and regeneration. Our journey then led us to the promising future of stem cell research. we discussed the enormous potential this field holds for treating a wide array of diseases and conditions, including Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, spinal cord injuries, heart disease, and diabetes. The possibilities seem endless, and the hope is palpable. Yet, we also acknowledge the ethical questions that stem cell research raises, particularly concerning the use of embryonic stem cells. The destruction of an embryo to extract these cells is a significant moral dilemma that continues to fuel debates in the scientific community and beyond. As we conclude, it's important to remember that the future of stem cell research remains uncertain. There are many questions yet to be answered, many challenges to overcome, but despite these uncertainties, one fact remains unshakable. The future of stem cell research may be uncertain, but one thing is clear: the potential held within these tiny cells is nothing short of astounding.